Hi, everybody, and welcome.
Hey, everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Mr. O.
me, Banshee. Welcome to our spooky monthly modality message.
Because the sun has moved into the sign of
Scorpio!
Yay! Happy birthday
our
to
dark friends,
Scorpios.
the Scorpio. Well, they're not dark. They're all goodness and light.
Happy birthday to Scorpios.
Happy birthday, Scorpios.
So we're here to do the monthly modality message, and
Yes, we are.
Banshee tells me that I'm too long-winded about explaining it, so we're just going to dive right into it.
Oh, wow. Shocker. Okay. So everybody knows there's cardinal, fixed, and mutable signs. We start with our cardinal signs,
All right.
always, which are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. And of course, Aries, the fire, these signs are pretty much the initiators. The cardinals are the initiators. They get things going. We like to rev those engines, start things up. We're not slackers. We keep things moving. But, there comes a point that we often tend to not finish what we start. That's where we need probably the other modalities to come in and
Or be
help us
too
out.
domineering.
Maybe.
No, not you.
All right. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, this reading will be for you for the month ahead, and that is until the sun enters the sign of
Sagittarius.
Actually, what I think we need to do is just put an explanation on the page of the modality message when it comes out as to what it is.
Yeah, I'll check that and see. Maybe we already have one there and I've just been overdoing it.
Maybe you have.
All right. Card
You overdo it? No.
Card 1, the primary focus for the cardinal signs.
Yes, what is your focus for the month ahead? And it's the Three of Pentacles reversed. So it looks to me that your focus is trying to pull people together. It seems as though maybe the team you're on or people that you are working with are not on the same page. Maybe there's some issues. Also, it might be that, there may just be, the focus might be how to really get credit for, where credit is due. You're not getting recognized for maybe what you're doing to lead the team. And it's possible, too, that maybe your team just does not want to be led by you.
Clearly, the focus is on teamwork and all the various aspects to that. So initially it could look like your focus is either trying to mold the team better, get the team to work better, like Banshee's indicating. It could also be saying, too, that maybe you're seeing sort of the beginning, if not, the dissolution of the team. It could mean some other things, too. It could just be talking really about how the focus of working involves being able to encourage others or have others in kind of an alignment or position of sorts.
Good point, Mr. O. So the second card is the role your interactions with others could play in the month ahead. Oh, it's the moon. Oh, this is so fascinating because if you take that in context with the card we just gave you, it's as if there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of mystery. There might be things hidden from you. Maybe that's causing some of the discord, in the team.
Well, I think this could be a warning, too, to be saying to not be overly emotional or to be able to deal rationally with other people, maybe in the team or that you're interacting with on appropriate emotional levels, being able to handle the possibility that somebody or your own behavior might move to more extreme things because you're moved by emotion. The moon is good for that. They say all those usual things. More people go to the ER on the moon. More people have babies on the moon. It just sort of kind of plays with our emotionality. And so when you put that together with how we have to interact with people, there's a higher chance for some disagreements and some problems.
You might have to step back a little bit and listen to what your gut is trying to tell you. Maybe this is a time to really if you're not being told everything, maybe it's time to look for other subtle clues. Examine body language. Examine, read between the lines, basically, and try to see if you can determine what's not being said here. So that's what I'm thinking, is that what's not being said is what's really important here. So
maybe it's about how you come off to your teammates, and maybe they just don't really necessarily agree with you totally either.
All right, the third card is the opportunities or challenge you may face in the month ahead, and how best can the cardinal signs achieve or tackle them. Well, interesting, because again, to me, that follows up on what I just said a few minutes ago about the moon card.
It's the Two of Swords.
Yeah. Take a step back. Take a step back and think about things more. Don't rush to make any hasty judgments about what's going on in this situation. Well, I really think this all ties together.
Right. It could be like the opportunity really to gather more information, because maybe you don't really know enough really to make an informed decision.
It's really fascinating. So no rush. If anything, maybe you need to let some things play out a little bit before you make a determination on what your next move is going to be. And what's card number 4?
How can you use your modality superpowers to best advantage?
So awesome. If this isn't one for the cardinal signs, I don't know what is.
Oh, wow.
It's strength.
It's strength, yes.
So your modality superpower, the drive, the ambition, the vigor, the enthusiasm, the zest. You want to win, but you need to win people over in order to do so. And the best way to do that is to just keep showing you're true to the mission, you're true to getting this done, seeing this through, you're true to working together with others to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to do.
This one really ties the whole reading together in finality pretty well, in my opinion, because the idea behind Leo, despite the strength card or not, is charismatic and magnetic abilities, and the ability to be both generous or more circumspect as needed.
Right. And this is going to call for I think this month, cardinal signs, is going to call for a lot of discretion on your part. So let's recap this real briefly. We've got the primary focus is the Three of Pentacles reversed. The 3 is indicating that you need to look at what's wrong with the team. Why won't people play together nicely? And if this isn't in a business sense, this is in your personal life, what's wrong with the family dynamic? What's wrong with the partnership dynamic? There's something here that's not working. You don't feel like you're getting your just due, and also that people are not following your lead.
Right. The whole emphasis and interaction seem to be about how you interplay with others in terms of working on group projects, whether they're work-related or not. And sometimes this is looking like maybe you need a pause to really assess emotions, vibe check, but ultimately you may be called upon really to be not just the adult in the room, but maybe the person who knows how to pull it together.
Was that just for this one card? Because
that was for all of them.
Oh, see, because I just did the one card. So I can recap it. Basically, you need to figure out what's wrong with the team. You're going to have to really take a step back and really assess and think about read between the lines. Think about what you're not seeing, and listen to what your gut may be telling you. And also with that 2 of Swords, it's again an admonition to not act rashly, to take your time to try to discern what's really going on here. And ultimately with strength, be the person who's trying to bring people together without the use of force, allowing them to see that you are driven and motivated and concerned about everybody's needs, and you want to see this project through.
Right. You want what's best for everybody besides yourself.
Exactly. All right, that's what we have for the cardinal signs. So let's move on to our friends, the fixed signs.
And fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And they have the qualities of steadiness and stability. They're determined, they're self-reliant, they're resolute. They forge ahead. They calmly work on objectives, remember those who've helped them. Persistence and concentration are probably some of their better known traits too. Basically, no wasted motions. However, on the negative side...
Well, if you see movement behind me, that's Sunny the cat, who has to get in here one way or another.
Oh, I thought that was your Banshee projection spirit there.
But basically, what are their negatives? They can be stubborn. They have a tendency to kind of get stuck in their ways. It's kind of like my way or the highway thinking. And sometimes they can think that they're the only ones who have the answer. So let me shuffle.
Sunny, oh dear, don't pull it down. He's sort of just like a bad boy.
Sunny.
He's gotten in between the Banshees.
Don't do that.
Nether legs or regions there.
You mean my chair's legs, not my legs.
No, the cloth.
Oh.
It's her nether
Oh,
legs.
the Banshee hanging behind me?
Yes, he's sort of running around.
I thought it was a ghost, not a Banshee, but...
Well, I said it was your astral projection.
Got it.
It's you can be in two places at the same time, and the world is sad.
That's because I'm in Aries.
Dual quality based on what?
No, it's not a dual quality. It's just my ability to move fast. See, I'm moving so fast, you can see me in both places at the same time.
Okay, fixed signs primary focus for the month is the reversed Seven of Cups.
Well, that's good. That's actually good for you fixed signs.
So you're looking at really those goals or dreams or desires that have been thinking or percolating, and maybe you're finding the way to focus on one.
So basically, I feel here that you like to work on things, you like things that are steady, secure. My guess is you've made a really good choice on something that you can tackle, and that you'll be able to persist and concentrate on and get through. This is like, you're offered all these options with the Seven of Cups, but I always tell people, hey, what's the most doable thing for you right now? Because if you focus yourself on something that is easy to attain, then it gives you the inspiration and the courage to tackle something that's a little tougher. So I think this is something that you are going to be an option that you're choosing, or an opportunity that will be very easy to manage and attain.
Right. As a fixed sign, all of your powers of concentration and to the point will really focus you on what this one idea should be.
So the next question is about others, your interactions with others in the month ahead, and what role they may play. Well, there may be heartache.
It's the Three of Swords.
So I don't know. Sometimes we're gonna, I think, have to lay all these out to see if this fits together as a whole, or if this is another area of your life. But it appears that something is causing depression or sadness or sorrow. There's been a loss of there will be a loss of some sort. Maybe it's not this goal, but maybe it's something else in your life, and it's affecting how you approach other things in this month ahead. But something in your social sphere is wrong, and it looks as though there may be a loss of a friendship, a partnership, or maybe some separation in a relationship.
Well, the position indicates it's your interaction with others, and I wonder if it just means that whether it's connected to the first card or any other area of your life, Your interactions show that maybe you feel you need to maybe remove yourself or separate from a relationship or situation.
The next card?
The third card is the opportunities or challenges you may face in this month ahead and how best you can achieve or tackle.
Well, I'll give you a hint. It's another 3, and it's a repeat card, but it's upright this time.
So it's the 3 of Pentacles.
Uh-huh.
And it's upright.
Okay, so the opportunity or challenge, this is really interesting. It may tie into card number 2 here, I feel. Or it may tie into card number 1, or maybe they do all fit together. Maybe the opportunity or challenge is trying to get everybody to work together to lead them, despite the fact that, some people may not be that into it, perhaps.
Right. I mean, we don't know if they're connected or not, but regardless, it seems like there is an opportunity to bring simpatico kind of personalities or teammates, perhaps, to a work point, an idea that there is a manifestation going on. It's obviously a work project of some sort, but it could be a group project too. It could be connected to even your church or place of worship, maybe, kind of thing, if you're on a committee or something.
And I'm wondering here, this may tie into this first card. After all, what I'm thinking here is that maybe, you have this project, this opportunity that you're working on, and now the challenge is to get everybody to buy into it so that you have people who can help you achieve the success that you want.
Right. This card exemplifies maybe you being the key component of a team or of the process.
Mm-hmm. And finally, how can you use your modality superpower to obtain what you want?
And it's the Princess of Pentacles. And that's like the Page of Pentacles, but she's reversed.
Okay, so how can you use your superpowers to obtain what you want?
Well, it may be really about saying that, as much as you can vision things for knowledge and education, you can also vision things too to see what is not working, that maybe you can be in charge of the visions or ideas that don't work, or where maybe more information or knowledge is necessary, you would be advisory to that. It may be a part of what fixed signs can do, that they can just sort of spotlight some things that others are having trouble seeing and bring them into the discussion.
I think your powers of determination and being resolute will play a role here in forging ahead to success. Basically, I feel like this Princess of Pentacles here, which was upright, actually.
Oh, well, you handed it to me reversed.
Oh, wait, it was reversed. It was reversed. I'm sorry. So I think basically here, the best way you can do this is to be determined to open your mind to learning and recognizing that this is not a time to think that you have all of the answers. In order to work together with people cooperatively, you need to listen to what other people have to say and what suggestions they have for you to move forward. Now, I feel here when the Princess of Pentacles is reversed, it's indicating that idea here that you're closing your mind and you're thinking that you have all the answers, and you don't. You could learn a lot from working with others and listening to what others have to say this month.
So let's run through that again.
It's going to be, sometimes it's very clear, and sometimes I need to see the whole thing to see if they fit together or not. Basically, I feel here that, you're going to be picking a new challenge or goal or opportunity. You finally have determined a focus for the month ahead. So you're going to be working on something, whether it's in your personal life and, solidifying a relationship or a partnership with somebody, or whether it's a business concern, you are on the move for something here.
Well, I almost wonder if maybe because the other cards took on the tenor of team things, that maybe this is also saying too that some of these other ideas of focus come from the people around you. And of course, there's a semi-political idea about like, how do you choose or how do you come to a group mind about it.
Well, I often think this is about making that right choice. When it's upright, it's got that more ambiguity. Yes. So I almost think like you feel, okay, you've made the right choice and you have all the answers. So in your interactions with others then, who's the one that's disappointed here? Is it you, or is it the others that you want to, get involved in this project or goal?
Right. Is it the idea maybe that you feel there are some people who aren't suitable for this, or maybe you sort of feel that this is also about really getting rid of the bad ideas without necessarily causing irreparable harm?
Well, maybe you're disappointed because you can't get people to agree with you. And the next card, which of course is about challenges and opportunities, you do have an opportunity here if you handle things right to get everybody on the same page. You can lead them. You can move them forward. It's clear here you have the leadership ability to do it.
Very good.
But there is a dark side. You also think you have all the answers, and in order to really win them over, you're going to have to listen to what they have to say. What other possible things here that they either want you to pursue along with it. Maybe there's some trade-offs that have to be done here. Whatever the case may be, you have to open your mind a little bit and accept, some of the ideas and concepts that others are bringing to you.
Sometimes a good group process can include some degree of consensus, trying to work towards a point that everybody can agree with.
Yeah. So we have for you fixed signs.
All right then. So now we're on to the mutables. And mutables are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Their notable signs are that they tend to go with the flow, that they're very highly adaptable and flexible and versatile, but also resourceful. It's not just about going along, it's also being able to provide actual support. So they can change when necessary. They are easy to change. They can change and assume various personas, chameleons of the zodiac, it says. They're well liked by others. They enjoy learning, playing fair, diplomacy, sharp, sympathetic, all of that. Banshee, why don't you tell us what the negative traits are?
Gee, am I just doing negative traits?
Gee, I know you did not shuffling?
You did the ones for
Cardinal. Am I not shuffling?
It's your fault. They try too hard. Basically, they try too hard. Sometimes they want to please everybody, and so it can make them look inconsistent or wishy-washy. And also, since they are so flexible and mutable, they can spread themselves way too thin if they're not careful.
Who is not mutable?
And quit destroying my card deck.
Just because they fall on the floor doesn't mean they're destroyed.
It depends how they fall and if you were shuffling badly in the process.
Well, you didn't even want me to shuffle, so
I did.
What can I say?
But I wanted you to give the negatives this time, but you jumped right into the positives. Hey!
You were busy.
Hey! Your focus mutables for the month ahead.
Leave them behind. Leave those stodgy, fixed and cardinals behind, mutables. Just full speed ahead. Damn the torpedoes, as they say.
You are just a bundle of energy. Your focus is on the fact that you've got a lot of energy and you need to find a place to focus it, And if you do that, you're guaranteed to move towards success this month. Take all that energy and focus it on, the area I think most important to you right now.
Right. It should not be understated that this is also about focus as besides the speed or energy needed to do those things.
So, what about people? How will you interact with others? Wow.
Oh, look at you, Mama Earth. You are there really to try to lend support or care to maybe help people with their own projects or situations. You're really all about being as helpful as possible for the greater good of all.
Well, I also look at the Empress as being very, very creative, productive. It's as if, all this energy is definitely if you work with others on projects or goals, or you have some new idea that could involve others, there'll be a lot of creative energy and input from the people that you work with, They'll have great ideas. Not only that, they will work hard for you.
Creative solutions.
Yes, problem solving. Definitely highlighted here. So, the third card is the opportunities or challenges Mr. O will show you, and it is the Emperor. Is that right?
It's the Emperor upright.
The card following the Empress, so it's like a sequence there, and that's really interesting. So the opportunity or challenge is, of course, in benevolent leadership, but that shouldn't be a problem for you, mutable signs. You want to get along with everybody, you want to please everybody, but maybe what this is saying here is sometimes you have to take on a little bit more of a fatherly role and, guide people more through this. So I feel like your guidance and your knowledge will be very important.
Well, it's kind of very cool and interesting that the Emperor followed the Empress, because I was want to say that she was there to offer all this help without mentioning at first, her creative abilities. But I think that that's where the Emperor comes in, that the Emperor really looks at all the people that he's got. He's got people, and he figures they know how to do their job. There's a lot of trust here besides the sense of autonomy.
Right, and so all these creative ideas, or all of these, the work or the way they want to work the process, the Emperor's pretty flexible with that. He's kind of a flexible guy. He just wants to see the job done and people happy doing it.
Well, the other thing too is that the Emperor probably is about rewarding those who do come up with good ideas and giving them other opportunities, or working with those opportunities to keep empowering everybody. That's a good Emperor.
So, how can you use your modality superpower in the month ahead to your advantage? Wow.
Okay, no office romances.
So we skipped a card. We skipped over that Hierophant card and went right to the lovers. So, how
Make
can you
the right choices when it comes to your people that work with you, all that kind of stuff.
Right. Don't try to please everybody. Make good choices. Don't be too flexible and bendable, but go with the flow. But make sure these choices are good for everybody concerned. And you've got a really great month going here. I don't know. I thought one of the other readings was pretty good too, but I'll tell you what. What?
No, you make good choices.
I think that you guys win the month. This month looks really fabulous.
So is this a review, or are we doing it now?
Well, let's do it now. Let's throw it all together, because this really, a lot of the readings today really fit together, like it's honing in on certain aspects of your month ahead. And I feel here this is really kind of maybe business oriented. This could be relationship oriented. You're putting your energy into one area of your life and you are focusing there. Or you should be. And if you do that, you are guaranteed to be on the road to success.
It really is all about the focus and about the energy needed to keep the focus, and about keeping your eye on the prize, because I think there's that inherent in this too.
Others are more than nurturing and helpful. They will help you grow this thing. And if we're talking a relationship here, your partner is very all in. And I think here that this is just a beautiful card. There's creativity, there's productivity, things moving forward, things growing up.
It's all this, Banshee, and I think it's all this because of this card.
I think it's because of her.
Well, but I think this is that person who allows people to take autonomy and take leadership of of themselves and does trust. And that's what that opportunity is to look at your people and say they are good.
And so basically, this is an opportunity for you to really show what kind of leader you truly are. This is an opportunity for you to, work magnanimously with the group, incorporate their ideas and their workflow into, this, or their vision of what life together should be if this is a relationship. And ultimately, what does it lead to? I think here, basically, or how best can you use your superpowers? That's really what that card is. And it's really by making good choices, by making sure your choices are based on the good of all, not just trying to please any one person, yourself or your partner. If you're in a relationship, it's a two-way street. It's give and take. And you have to make sure that you are happy with the arrangement as well as your partner.
Right. When you're in a relationship, you are in a relationship. And so you have to take the good with the bad. That's embodied with the idea of the lovers in this position. The idea that we all have mutable kind of characteristics and we have to learn how to give and take. But when it's work, I think it's also just really saying too, not everyone on the team produces or is capable at the same thing. And so this is the card saying, allow for that, allow for people to help each other, allow for things to shift and change if they need to, but keep making those right choices.
Make good choices.
You make good choices.
Mutable signs. Well, and that goes for everybody. Make good choices. It's a month ahead. Sign of Scorpio. Happy birthday to our friends, the Scorpios. Mr. O.
Love to all my Scorpio friends and those that are not as well.
Hey, we try hard. Take care. We will see you next time.
Just being a Scorpio. Bye.